Chris, how you doing there, bud? I'm going to run the late model cars. Kind of finished them up. Well, at least one of them will glass on it. The other one I had to make glass, which just takes a little time. But I had to cut the axles down on both these cars and do a few adjustments on it for the track down here. And we're gonna run them around and take any questions because we'll have an announcement on Sunday, which is going to be really cool. And looking forward to that announcement. And again, long road to get to this point. To get these cars done. My dum-dums. Alright, got plenty of dum-dums. Obviously been ordering from Stock Car Corner a lot if I got plenty of dum-dums. We have our little Porsche here, which we're going to leave here. Hey, John, how you doing? My bet they're all rolling quite along nicely. Yes, sir, they are. Thanks for the tire recommendation. How you UC Stock Cars? How you doing? The tire recommendation for what you said, those BRM tires are really good. I like them. They fit real well in these cars. But we will go with urethane if, eventually, but they work good with urethane as well. But for the oval, but for a road course like this, those BRM tires work really well. Appreciate the suggestion on what to put on there. It's cool. I love your dad's response to the billboard that Shane H made. I didn't see that response. Knowing Shane, he makes some pretty funny stuff. He's got a good sense of humor. Fox and Wolves, how you doing? Hope you're doing good. So, the testing of the late model car, and I finished this one finally. I cut the axles, John, because I posted a picture with the axles not cut, but cut to size. Also did some weight reduction. So here's the car. Put the glass on, quarter glass, back glass, and front glass. I used 1/32 thin pinstriping tape to put over the window so I didn't have to worry about a marker or painting it. But this is decals from eBay, and this is the car, and got a little body float on it. I did decal the tires, and they're kind of rubbing off, which is kind of cool. It's hard to do them on rubber tires. On your thing, they work a little bit easier, but got a interior in there and everything, and yeah, this looks really nice. Really proud of this one. Really had fun building this one. And of course, we got the color shift car, which this one, of course, is no glass in it and no number. I have a number on the way for it, but this is kind of cool how it shifts colors as you rotate it. So it's pretty neat. This actually is called Alien from SMS. This color. So yeah. The red one's upstairs in the oval because I left it up there. So just fooling around here, and gonna run these. Can't go wrong with BRM rubber. Yeah, you're right about that, John. These do really good on this track. How you doing, Stock Car Dojo? Joe, how's it going, man? Chris, I said Chris already. I said hello to you. Fox and Wolves, Big John Albright's here. UC Stock Cars. Hope I didn't miss anybody. Thanks for joining me real quick. I'm just fiddling around here. Been fiddling with these cars and other stuff all day, getting a parts list together and getting this stuff dialed down. And it reminds me, hold on a second. Oh yeah, my phone's right there. Well, Ad Neil, how you doing? I thought I said that right. Ad Neil. Thanks for joining us. How you doing? Whoa. Whoa. I went on two wheels there, guys. Doing some skiing there a moment ago. Oh, there we go. Finally did a little skiing there. A little tempo. Yeah, it's good. It's pretty good, John. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm sure capable of another tuner's hands, it could get even better than what I got it. I have no weight on this car, which is probably going to need a little bit because it likes to kind of ski on that corner over there on two wheels. That corner comes abruptly sharp down here on the straight right there, so you got to manage it. So late model asphalt car is what this is. And we're going to make an announcement on Sunday, so stay tuned. Because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's going to be something new that HRW has done. Of course, you know the showdown's on July 19th through the 21st, which I will be there, and so will Dave in Missouri. Let's see, it's like, careful, buddy, keep your eyes on the road and your hands on the wheel. Yep, there you go, that's a song. Did you polish the sidewalls? No, I did not, John. That I didn't do. I know you do a lot more in-depth tuning. The truer I have is really not meant for, for this type of tire, rubber tires. I need to get not a better truer, just something more, I think, different than what I have. Yeah, it's got the BRM tires. How you doing? Nobody's home. It's got the BRM tires that John recommended. And I know John probably got a lot more to his tires than I did on these. I just trued them a little. The fronts, of course, are easy to true because they're 50 short, and then the rears are trued them a little bit. Just enough to get that, center line out of there and the rubber that hangs out from, making them. But, and then some run time on the track. And I haven't treated these either, John, so I've just been running them straight, so I'll probably treat them next. But they hang on pretty good. John, did you get your chassis today? The chassis replacement for your Falcon? Hope it got there okay. I didn't see if it was delivered. It should have been delivered Saturday. I think it said delivered Saturday. Hey, Dave. Dave joined us. This is just impromptu, Dave. Nothing planned. Oh, that was a little stunt car move there. Slow it there. Alright, get it back on. Dave's getting his printer tomorrow. Getting this FDM printer tomorrow, which is good. So he'll be doing some chassis with FDM finally. And he's been making them out of resin so he could mount the cars and stuff. Bill, how you doing? Bill's here. .41. Dinner time in 40 minutes for me. Oh, man, nice rollover. Just like a real stock car, huh? The chassis has been delivered. I'll see it tomorrow. Yeah, because you're in the city right now. You're not in Sonoma. Cool. All right. Hopefully it won't bake it too much. I think it'll be fine because it's PLA plus, so it's durable to heat. All right, let's get the alien colored car. secret aliens built this. So these are geared differently. The white car, or the Eagle transport car, is a 345 gear ratio. This one is a 309. So if I got that right, the white car has a 11 tooth pinion, 5.5 diameter on an 18 millimeter spur gear, which is a 36. And this one is an 1134. And I've been experimenting with gear ratios just with these cars, and then to me the 1134 seems to work pretty good for oval and road course, at least for my tracks. Of course, you guys could, always change your own gearing for your own track. This one does real well. Oh. Hey Harry, there's Harry. How you doing? This is impromptu live. Just running these cars, and he's mowing the lawn. All right. Thought it was my sump pump. And letting you guys know that Sunday we're gonna make an announcement, right, Harry? Sunday we'll make an announcement as I wipe out there. Hey, I got a good clearing on this, so that won't do anything to it. It's upside down though. I got some numbers on the way for this one, but yeah, we're gonna make an announcement on Sunday. We don't know what time yet. We haven't really figured the time. Figured it'd be noon or something. 3/16. You just standard bushings. Yeah, flange bushings, 3/16 flange. What same thing we use on scratch building brass shafty cars. For 3/32 axle, that's what we have here. Oh, again, too much speed on that. It is humid as hell outside, and I don't feel like doing my back lawn because I don't want to die in the heat, so I have to do it early in the morning tomorrow. Man. Jerry, how you doing? All right, Brad, slot car circuit. I didn't even say hi to you, but you taking off. Go take care of your errands, man. Nice dropping by. Appreciate it. Oh, too much again. I'll slow down on that turn. Yes, sir, Sunday. Cool. And it's going to be a real cool announcement, and I think it's going to be popular. Jurassic Park of Missouri. That Park of Missouri. Oh yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about there, Harry. It's too damn humid for me to be mowing. I'm not gonna do it. I went outside and I was like ready to grab the lawnmower. I was like, oh, I'm heading back in. The house is a lot cooler, and I'd rather be playing with slot cars right now. So. Obviously not a GTO. Really? Why do you ask that? Okay. So Dave made this for me, and then I had this body made for me, and this is just something that for myself, really. We may sell these as a Trans Am car, but you want a GTO, there's my GTO right there. Got a chassis printed for it. Surprise, Harry, you didn't know about this, but this is, we'll probably make it to Trans Am cars. I'll probably get rid of the mirrors, I don't know. I want to do some more tweakings on it. Dave's some tweaking on it, but this is a 2004 to 2006 GTO. Obviously, it isn't a flat hood if it's an 04, but yeah, mine has a snorkel hood and not a flat hood. But yep, there's a GTO. You mentioned it. So, surprise. Thought I'd throw that out there. But, oh, nice, you little sneaky. Yeah, thank you. Of course, it's a Holden Monaro also in Australia, as they call it. But, yep, the cat's out of the bag now for that one, for that car. But that isn't the announcement for Sunday, trust me, it's something better. We're going to have fun with that announcement. You had a BOM, as they call it, a brazen orange metallic color is what that was. If you had an orange one, we used to give them their acronyms with the color name. So if you had a SRM, it was the Spice Red Metallic. If you had a CGM, it was a Cyclone Gray Metallic. So that's the colors that we gave the names to the cars, you know. So an IBM was an Impulse Blue Metallic. And then a TR was a Torrid Red. And PBM was Phantom Black Metallic. And then the rare color for 2004, which are only about, I think, 400 of them made, was the BBM, Barbados Blue Metallic. So if you want to know something about the new GTO, well, they're not new anymore, about the later version GTOs, you go ahead and ask me. Yeah, it is. And you see, you know, because that's what they had them. When the GM director at the time, he went to Australia and he saw those cars, and neither project, yep, another secret project. He was really impressed with them, and he wanted to bring a car to the market to the U.S. because there was a gap between 2004 and 2006 because the Trans Am was gone. 2002 was the last year. The Camaro was in hiatus because they're redoing it, and they didn't have really, I don't say a pony car to compete with the Mustang, because GTO wasn't really a pony car. That was but to fill the gap in, they made the retooled the Holden Monaro and made it the GTO, and of course a lot of GTO purists here from the US did not like the car. They really thumbed their nose at it, but it's finally kind of grew on people, and some of them accept them and some of them don't, because they say it's not a GTO because it was built in Australia, which is, you know, bullshit, but that's how people are. If it has the nameplate GTO, it's a GTO. That's what the GTO of Association of America said. Yeah, the Ute was another cool one, the utility trucks. They were like El Caminos. There's a guy that actually builds them here, John. I think in North Carolina. You could buy a G8 and he'll convert the G8 into a Ute. Of course, if you have the money to do it, you know, it's not cheap, but there's some guys that make that. So Ute was a cool car, a cool utility vehicle. Good afternoon, everyone. It's grass cutting time. Oh God, Benny Bennett. I'm not cutting any grass today because it's too damn humid in the backyard. The grass really needs to be cut, but I just don't feel like cutting in a high humidity. I'll wait till tomorrow morning early. The Holden Special Vehicles GTS version was wild. Yeah, that was a cool car. You know, I love Australian cars. They're just so cool looking. You know, I like the Holdens, you know, the Falcons. A lot of the cars are really different. Nobody's home. LS1 2004, LS2 2006. Yep, both good motors. First year the LS1, I think it was 98 or 97, I can't remember. And I've worked on those motors quite a bit. They're really easy to work on. Putting cams on them are really easy, and Well, the headers are a pain in the ass on the GTO because you got to remove the steering rack. But we love American muscle cars. Yeah, we love Australian muscle cars too, man. Like I said. Ask all those whiners what they drive. Probably drive some clapped out 99 Ford Taurus. Those boys down under love their horsepower. Yeah, they do. They have a lot of high horsepower stuff compared to what we have. I love their burnout competitions. Oh, finally crashed. Finally crashed. Yeah, said the GTO is cool ride. Oh, ooh, oh, look at that. Crashed into the saucer. Damn. That was brutal. It just fell right off and crashed. And you know what? Gosh damn it. That's in a terrible spot too. So I left my arm upstairs. Oh, hopefully I won't kill myself doing this. I'm going to destroy everything in the process though. Put my sign back up here. It's the only spot on the track that you really need a hand grabber, and I left the one upstairs, and this bastard would crash right in the spot where I didn't want it to crash. Right where the flying saucer is at too, right there. It just went bloop. Ah, there we go. I'm getting too old to do that stuff. All right. Damn car. Oh, wow, it's really tipping a lot. I think I'm going to adjust my brake here. Hold on a second. Yeah, the tires keep getting dirty. You see those people on every car show talk about shit about everyone's car. They don't have anything but a POS. That is true. I've been to car shows when they do that stuff. 67 GTO. Yep. Cool car. All the older GTOs are really nice. I had a 70. I had to get rid of it though. I wish I didn't. That's why I ended up getting mine. Check this out. Okay. All right. Let's get the truck out. We're still developing the trucks. Here's the truck. This is on urethane tires, so it needs work still. Actually, Dave, I need to talk to you about this later on. These are urethane tires on this baby. No rubber here. Can't Speak has a SHO Taurus. Yeah, SHO Taurus is a very different car. Ooh, right on the roof. Yeah, this one, I'm having a little bit of trouble with this one. Not too much, but yeah, Dave, I need to talk to you about this truck here later on. E.W. Barker, how you doing? What's everybody else doing today? I'm staying inside because it's cool. Just joining in, talking muscle cars. Just shipped daughter's 68 fiber to cover the Aline ID this morning. 13-year project. Oh, cool. 68 fiber. Yeah, Dave's working on one of the trucks, so. Yeah, the tires are warm now and good to go. Freezing outside. It's cold in Australia, and it's just winter in Australia. It's summertime here in North Carolina. More summer humid months to come. This is the time where everything starts getting hot and humid. At work it sucks too. I have to drink a lot of water when I'm working. I think it does a little bit, John. The corner over here, it'll tend to like start tipping hard if you go real hard. This corner here, see where it's at, and I'll show you. This corner right here is a little, somewhat abrupt, you know, right here, because you're coming full speed or real fast, and you have to kind of mind how you slow down here, because it'll start tipping a little, and it did that a few times. I think with some weight, you know, it probably needs a little bit of weight, but not much. But it has no weight in it right now. Oh, 55 in one of the early trucks. Yeah, the early truck bodies. On the oval upstairs, this thing really does good. But you know, I have the rubber tires for down here to just show that you could do a road course. So if somebody wanted to, you know, do road course racing with this type of car, they could. Urethanes are you're going to use for the oval, which I have the red car, which is upstairs, that has urethanes, and that one, ooh, good thing it crashed there. And that one does real good on the oval. It slides a lot here on the road course, obviously, because, you know, the urethanes, but the rubber tire on the road course is what you want to use on my track. So, yeah, this is pretty cool. Yeah, with some weight, it would handle probably a little bit better. If you're going to do road course, yeah, I would do it. On the circle track, I don't think you would really need weight. I mean, they hang on real good on a circle track with rubber and urethane. If you're doing like a road course like this, I would put some weight on it. This paint job is really cool. You see it changing colors as it goes around the track. I tell you, the SMS paint is really a wonderful paint. So this car right here, I'll bring it to the camera. So a lot of people with the 3A 3D bodies, you know, I didn't sand this or nothing. All I did was, I didn't even primer it. I just put SMS Jet Black, and then I cleared it, and then I put some Quicksilver Chrome on it, and then I cleared it again, you know, just 2 quick clears, and then I used the alien color, and then I cleared it again with the 2K clear, the heavier clear, the more, you know, volatile clear. The other clears I used were just one part. This one was a 2-part that I used. And then this is all in the matter of an hour I did this, because in between coats I let it, give it like about 10-15 minutes, and then I went and did my other coats. And, you know, wait a minute in between coats with the one I'm putting on. And then with the other stuff I waited 15 minutes, the other colors. And that's just how it comes out. So I mean, it's, you know, I could have sanded this, but I just wanted to show that you can paint these cars if you have a good paint, and you don't need primer if you want to do it without primer or sanding. But you can see it came out pretty good, but all the paint has a lot to do with that. Hasn't cracked or done anything yet. I've already crashed this. The body's flexed, so it seems like it's holding up, but you know, it's, again, I'm not saying you didn't, you know, don't primer, but again, it's just wanted to experiment with that, and it's worked out pretty good. So, you know, there you go. It worked, because Dave did one also without primering it as the experiment to see what would happen if, you know. Ooh, crash. All right, bastard. Oh. Thank you, Benny. Appreciate that. Just again, SMS is from Australia. Gravity is also another good one. That one's out of Spain. Lee Wright has painted a lot of his cars with Gravity, and he says it's just the same kind of comparable quality to SMS. But SMS is really, they make some really good color shifts. I like their color shift stuff. And you know, paints are pretty stout. Thanks, appreciate that, Bill. Yeah, it's called Alien, the color. Color shift Alien. Of course, when you do a color shift, you need to do it over a gloss black. And then how, you know, you add it with coats, depending light to heavy coat, you kind of get the, you know, the desired effect you want. And then once you clear it, you really start seeing the change in the colors a lot, because the clear really seals it up and makes it pop. Because this car, when you put this car in the sunlight, you really see a lot more color changes. Well, like the white car there is actually a pearl white. You just can't see it in this light. So Dave is saying, I've been experimenting with not using primer on the resin bodies, just to sand them smooth and paint. So far so good. I even did a two-tone today, no lifting. Cool. See, and Dave knows what he's talking about when he paints, because Dave was a professional painter on more than one steel car. So any advice from him is golden. I need to sit down. My old ass can't stand up anymore. What's with SMS, Dave? Was that SMS, Dave? I don't know. Was it Dave? There you go. Back when I painted real cars for a living, color shift paint was $1,000 a pint when it first came out. Times have changed. Yeah, it was on the Mustang, wasn't it, Dave? The Mustang Cobra? That was like a guarded secret when they came out with that paint. If the dealer had to have a car repaired, they'd have to send somebody out from the manufacturer or the factory, and they would paint it for them. You know, it was a really super special color on the Cobra. I forget what year it came out on, Dave. Was it what, 95, 98, something like that? That Cobra had that color change paint, which is super cool. Now we have them on slot cars. I've done it on a few of them. Matter of fact, I have a Mustang body that I was going to use for scratch building, and I never did, and I painted that a color like this. So I didn't go too heavy on this one because it's not a deeper purple, but it came out good because when you see it go down the track, you see it shift colors, which is really neat. Here in Australia, it was called chameleon. Yeah, chameleon. Yeah, chameleon color. I don't know what the hell Ford called it. Dave, do you know what they called it when the first Mustang had it? It was only the Mustang that had it, the Cobra. If it was a Cobra, I can't remember because I'm not a Mustang aficionado. But I forget what they called it. Chameleon. Yep. Great name for that paint. Yeah. Alien from SMS. Yeah. I painted 2 of those Mustangs. The paint manufacturer sent a rep out with the paint locked in the briefcase and handcuffed to his wrist. He watched me mix it and spray and took the leftovers. There you go. Great name for the paint. Who's doing the Sunday announcement thing? Well, we'll do it on the Area 51 channel because I think we want Harry and Dave with us so we can talk about it. So it'll be on the Area 51 channel. I'll post it on Saturday when I get home. I'll be kind of burnt out when I get home from Saturday because 12 hours really beats the crap out of you. I thought about doing a gold version on my 1-to-1 S78 Holden Premier, but was too much. Yeah, it could get expensive, I'm sure. And like I said, I'm sure how they do it must be different. They were 96 Mustangs. The paint was called Mystic. Okay, see, I knew Dave knew what year and what it was called. Mystic. Guy with a briefcase and handcuff to the briefcase. Almost like he was carrying the fucking nuclear codes for the fucking country. Excuse my language. It was actually the football, they call it, for the nuclear weapons release. That was in the briefcase with a can of Mystic paint from Ford. Clearwater, what's up? Yeah, no primer, Clearwater. We, experimented. I didn't sand because I'm friggin' lazy. But if you sand, probably better for you. I didn't sand any of these cars. To be honest, all the bodies I painted so far with these cars, I haven't sanded them once. I don't know. I'm just lazy. Oh, it went into the other lane. How cute. Bastard. Oh, and the other car's going. I'm going to keep it there. All right. David. Ford was very protective of that stuff. I'm sure it was. I don't know when they actually started releasing that later on. I guess somebody figured out how to do it besides Ford, and then it was no longer, unique to a specific brand or, company. Actually, a flop paint, they call it the flop when it flops the color. That's what this stuff does a lot. It does a lot of flopping. Oh, nice roller. At least it rolled there, not in the part of the track where I can't get to it. Tad, how you doing? I really like these cars a lot, and they look so good going down the track. Yeah, that's why I didn't cut grass today either. I'm sure the freaking humidity must be real thick in Indiana too. $26,000. $26,600 a gallon. Yeah, it's mystically makes you broke. That paint really shifted a lot of colors. It was purple, green, red, burgundy. What other color, Dave? Like a yellow. It really transitioned a lot of colors. So it wasn't just two colors. It was multicolored. It was really trippy looking. I remember seeing it on a Mustang. It's going to be actually 105 here, Dad. It's hotter than new love. You should do a doco on your painting exploit shotgun. There you go. Must be Canadian, like 150 US. Betty. Must be Canadian, like 150 US. Yeah, it had several flops to it. It was difficult to spray too, I bet. It had a lot of colors though. This one is this one flops from a green to a purple, and that's really it. A green and a purple hue. That's the only two colors this exhibits. That's it, but it's cool. You know, you turn it even in this light and you can see it shifting. So I mean, and then SMS makes a lot of different ones. They make sunset. They have some other names for them, but I need to get some more of them. So I like to do more of the color shift stuff. I think it's really cool. It's just it looks neat. I hate I hate when it flops. Oh. Need some blue color shift if it flops. I don't know what the SMS website has, to be honest. I also have some RC numbers coming from it. It's like a purple with a green outline, and it's reflective, so it'll look cool on this. I only did one livery on the cars just to experiment, but there's those decals I got from eBay. There's one seller there, and I was kind of skeptical at first, but his decals are pretty good. They're clear, so he'll tell you on the description what color the car should be, because those decals are not printed on a white backing, so they're transparent. So if you put it on a dark car, they're not going to come out. So he lists that on in the description. Best with white car, cannot be used with dark colored cars, and then he has decals that could be used with dark colored cars. So I'm going to get more, and I'm going to be doing more of these late models. I really love these cars. This is probably the most car I've built, in a quick time and painted. Is usually I don't paint them, or I'll paint them, something, once in a while, like the Vet. None of the Trans Am cars are really painted, only the first one. But these late model cars are really have got my heartstrings, for sure. Lieberg Paranormal, how you doing? That is a very unusual name. Paranormal, huh? Thanks for showing up, man. As long as you like slot cars, it don't matter what name you're running there. It's an unusual name, then. Lieberg Paranormal. Oh, and we almost skipped into the next lane, but we didn't. Jumped out of the slot. I get. Well, you guys know each other then, huh? You must be Aussie guys, because UC's saying hello to you, so he knows you. Thank you for showing up to my channel. Appreciate it. And on the live, we're just here messing around with some late model cars that I've built. Oh, darn you. And let off the throttle too quickly. And we're just running them around. So I'll go ahead and go over these cars again so people got here later on. So this is a late model cars that you see that race around here in the US, circle track asphalt cars. And this is the color shift one. This is SMS Alien color shift paint. And you can see it flops around in green to purple and green to purple. And this is a 3A3D chassis and printed 3D resin body with 3D resin interior. The components are from Slot Car Corner. We have a 34 Ergel slotted spur gear, and then we have an 11 tooth 5.5 millimeter diameter slotted pinion gear. The spur gear is 18 millimeters. And then we have the new Slot Car Corner stock car wheels, which come in the aluminum, anodized black, and anodized red. I have anodized black on the other car, and I'll show you. And this is a slot invasion guide. And this is a Predator ball bearing motor. We call it the Jolly Rancher motor. It's a 22.5 thousand RPM motor. And axles are 3/32 on flange bushings. It's got a pod. Of course, I've taped it, so it does float. And the car runs and works very well on oval and a road course, depending on your tires. Now this one I did a whole livery, and I actually put windows on it, which were really, took me a little bit of time because it's the first time I had to cut them out. I did what Dave told me is I got a piece of paper and kind of rubbed it in to outline it, cut it out, and then I cut it against my plastic as a template, and then I made this. These are actually pinstripe tape. They're 3/32 tape, I think it is. And I just lined it over to make it look like the supporting bars of a window on the back and the front. The quarter ones were really a pain in the butt to do, the quarter windows. They're tiny. And then again, all the same drivetrain, a different color chassis, obviously. This is black. I did the green just for fun. And the tires on these are BRM rubber tires, 30 in the rear shore, 50 hard in the front shore. So this way, you know, obviously they have no function as they just slide around. You don't want no grip on these, so they're basically a no grip tire. And there you have it. And that's what it looks like when it's done up, you know. So, but there you go. Just playing around. Just a little catch up from people who just came in. You're from Florida? Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I thought you were from Australia because UC seems to know you. I don't know Leesburg, just being polite. Okay. All right, you fooled me, man. I thought so. Just moved into my new place. I start my track build, but my girl will only let me use 7x14, so I'll be looking at a layout. The name comes from being a paranormal investigator. Okay, gotcha. Sounds cool. So if I need to hunt any ghosts, I will call you, sir. Definitely. So are you thinking of like a plastic track or a wood routed track, Leesburg? What is your... you know, because that all depends how big up. So 7x14, that's a pretty good size Carrera track. Because, you know, I don't know if you want to go that big or if you want to go scale electric or poly car, depending what scale car you want to run. If you just want to run 1/32 and stick with the smaller footprint track. But if you want to run the bigger cars, then that's when you're going to get a bigger footprint like this track. This track here is from Racetrack Scenics. This is a modular track. This is the first beta track that he made as far as, you know, for somebody to build. I built this myself, putting it together, painting it and all that, and routing it, and well, not routing it, but putting the gains on. Or actually, he did the gains, putting the tape, you know, the braid on and everything. So this track is a little over a year old. Kevin from Racetrack Scenics has been doing tracks all over the country. He just did one recently named Wrist Canyon Speedway in Colorado. If you go to his page, you'll see that's a very beautiful track, a very big track, 135-foot track, very large, and that's a real beautiful track he did. Another 3A3D build to add to the list. Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities. That's the thing, man. You could go on and on. You have Carrera track. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, are you just running digital, or are you running analog, or what do you plan on doing? I think I watched you put it together back in the day. Yeah, I did do a video on putting this together, and now the problem that Kevin has run into is that he's had some people put their own track together, but it actually causes more problems because then they don't know certain things what to do. You have to be real savvy. I'm pretty savvy, so I didn't have a problem. So what he does is that he'll tell people if they want a track, he'll go over and where they live, and he'll put it together. And that's pretty rare for people to do that. There's only one other person that does that, but he builds his own wood rotted tracks, and that's Bob Scott. He's the one that loads up and goes across the country and makes tracks. They're not modular tracks. They're actually, he cuts the wood out, where Kevin's is done at his factory in sections and uses a laser cutter, whereas Bob will use a router and stuff. But Bob makes really nice tracks. But he'll come to your home, he'll put up a tarp, assemble the track, bring it into your house, paint it, wire it up. Kevin will do the same, but his is modular in pieces. They're held together by dowels, and they have a dovetail connection, and you sand it down, and he does all that, and they come out really beautiful. Kevin's come a long ways from his first time doing this stuff, but he really enjoys what he does, and so does Bob Scott. They're guys that really love the hobby, and when they love the hobby, they put all their heart into making the track. So that they're building it for themselves. Besides the customer, they're building it for themselves because they really love the hobby, and that's the kind of person you want putting your track together. I'm really happy with this track, though. I did have a Carrera one down here, so yeah, but I got rid of it and decided to just go all wood, just like upstairs. So just have a 24 scale now, but just want to switch to 132nd. Watching how to use switcher to analog as well. Yeah, there's a couple of places that do it. You got Axle Box, and then you have Jim Cunningham, which he makes a cheaper version of his box. I have one. It's the first one that he made, the bigger ones. I have my Carrera track. It's upstairs underneath the oval. I'm keeping it. It's something I want to hold on to, so if I ever want to decide to put it back up, I have it, and I have the ability to do analog. So yeah, Jim Cunningham is one. It's Nomad Raceway. He does the analog converters, and then the Axle Box, which is from Canada, I think. He does them also. There may be some other person that does it also that I may have missed, but Texlocks used to do it. That was the first one to do it. That was Joseph Stanzik. That was the first one I got. I was the second beta tester of that. And then what I did was I sent it to Marty when Marty started getting into slot cars, and I told him, hey, use it, and and when you're done with that, let me know. So what I ended up doing, I just gifted it to Marty in the end. And I remember there's a video where he talks about how not to wire a Texlock box. He was very embarrassed and very thinking I was going to be super pissed off because he had fried a chip in it because he switched the wire backwards, which, honest mistake. But I told him, hey, don't worry about it. And just, it's not a big deal. And he fixed it. And that's what he has now on his, well, he may have removed it and made his own for that track. So he has it there, so. All right. Let's see. Now you're getting Mr. Tracks through it is pricey. Mr. Tracks, yeah. Yeah, Mr. Tracks, he does the modular. It's a modular plastic track, so it's pretty cool. But if you want an analog digital converter, I think that part is that's just one piece. That's $600. And in each section, I think it's like $800. So you could run up about $2,000 to $3,000 for a plastic track. The cool thing about it is that you could disassemble it and store it, which is pretty neat. But it's expensive, but you get what you pay for. Everybody has to realize you pay for the quality, and that is a good quality track, just like Kevin. You know, he makes good quality tracks, and along with Bob Scott, you know, another one. He builds good quality tracks, so you pay for it. Yeah, there you go. Clearwater's in Florida too. You guys might be neighbors. Go hang out with each other there. The conversion boxes will eventually pay for themselves in chips. Yeah, exactly. That was one of my biggest things that I used to say when I first got my box. It wasn't cheap, but I think it was $800 all said and done. That wasn't including controllers. But if you had to chip every analog card in your collection, and I could, you know, you see on the back wall there, that's only my Revo slot section. So that's you figure what Slot Technic chip or a Carrera, $40 a pop. I mean, yeah, it will pay for itself big time when you are when you're done chipping everything, you know. So it's worth it. But again, you know, Jim Cunningham makes the cheaper version of it, which is you don't have to pay as much as I did the first time. But it's an investment. I watched Dave do a scratch built, and I got hooked. All right, cool. Well, Dave, if you're there, can you drop the link to the scratch built section of Home Racing World? If for Leesburg, because we have a section in Home Racing World that has everybody building a different type of car and chassis, and you know, different tips on painting and mounting a body. Which really, mounting a body, we probably don't have to worry anymore because we've you know, changed that. But there's a lot of videos on there that are pretty good if you want to look them up and check it out. So what time is it? It's almost 5:30, boys. So it's about dinner time. So I either have to get the grill going, because even though it's humid, I'm still going to grill some food. But yep. All right, yeah. Well, hopefully, if Dave's not there, well, I'm probably gonna go ahead and just actually Clearwater should know where it's at, so he should direct you to it. I'm sure he does, or John. But there are also some great cars that can't be chipped. That's correct. Very true. Our club is digital. The worst ones is chip. Were the old front motor rebels. Oh yeah, there you go, Leesburg. See that link that Dave posted? Click that link. That'll take you to every scratch building video that we've done on the kits and all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of stuff on there. A lot of good videos. Everything's instructional. Go for it. You're armed and dangerous now. So, all right, guys, it's 5:30. It's about dinner time, so I'll have to get off here. How dare you doubt me? Sorry. All right, guys, thanks again for joining me. I just want to showcase the late model cars, and we'll have an announcement Sunday. So, as always, you guys take care and have fun racing.